Hi, this is Dr. Pete Butkins. In this video, I'm going to show you how to handle the relationship, how to maintain or reconstruct the relationship with your child when they're using. I'm going to present some techniques and present you with a surefire way to communicate with your child that's going to maximize the chances that you'll get the effects you want. First of all, your child has been affected by drugs and or alcohol, or you wouldn't be watching this video. Your child has had damage done mentally. That can be on a continuum or a range from very little to maximum. You may even feel like you've lost your child. However, the key is to take a firm, caring approach with your child. Let them know you're in charge, you're not going to be manipulated, and you're not going to listen to their thinking. If someone's using drugs and or alcohol, you don't want to trust their thinking. It will be centered around using drugs and alcohol, and that will be their primary objective, is to be able to do that. And you don't want that to continue. You want to interrupt that. The way to do that is to get with your spouse and talk about what you are looking at. Part one of this series was on identifying the problem. What are you looking at? This is part two, maintaining the relationship and communicating effectively. Effective communication occurs when you send a message that is taken seriously and you let the person know this is very important. Let your child know that you're not about to cave. You're not going to dismiss this. You're not going to just let him or her harm themselves with drugs or alcohol because you love them. And you tell them in a way that's caring. You got to watch your voice tone, and you really have to watch your facial expressions. Many times what happens is the child takes and takes and takes, and you give and give and give because you love them, and then eventually you feel used and you go overboard and explode with them. And I want you to be a helper, not a yelper. I want you to be able to communicate with them effectively but firmly. Let them know that you mean business, but that you still love them. And the way to do this is to talk to your spouse, make sure you know what you're looking at, and before you connect with them and investigate this, you might want to rehearse it with your spouse and say, you know, this is what I want to say. I want to say, John, I'm worried that you came in the other day and you went right to bed and you were staggering and I smelled alcohol in your breath, or I am concerned because you're sleeping in a lot and you've changed your friends, and I found some pills in your room, or I found a bottle in your room, and we're going to get to the bottom of this and figure out what's going on. And I want you to let me know what's happening. I love you, and I'm not willing to put up with this in the family. We're going to get to the bottom of this and find out what's going on. And so what you do, in effect, is you take charge of the family. And even though you can't control another person's using, even your old child, you can influence them. So the key is to influence and not control. It's very important to go to Al-Anon or Nar-Anon. It's a place where the family can go to get help and meet other parents that are going through this and other people that have it in the family and are getting help. It's very important that you do that. So in summary, the key is to communicate with your child effectively with firm assertiveness that's also caring and loving. And this can be real hard to do if, well, it can be new. I don't like the word hard or difficult. I like the word new. Hard or difficult sets you up for it being hard and difficult. And new means that it's something that you have to practice a little bit and get used to. It might be uncharted waters. And it is going to be uncharted waters unless you've talked to people that are using in the past and have communicated effectively. It's a whole different way of communicating. And you may have to let go of some of the emotion. You may have to get some help for yourself, because a lot of times the kids have taken a lot and you've given a lot and you're at the end of your rope. So you don't want to be passive and back off and just let them get away with it, yet you don't want to be too aggressive. You want to be in the middle of that with being assertive. You have to watch your voice tone, and you have to watch your facial expressions. And a good person to unite with is your spouse or a significant other or someone in the family you really trust that's got their head on right, and someone that you can work with that can give you feedback on when you rehearse this and find out what you're going to say to Johnny or Jeannie. Okay, that's part two of my 7-part model on how to effectively intervene and communicate with children that are using. This is comes from my book, No Relief for the Family. You can find my information on www.docpete, D-O-C-P-E-T-E, theimperfecttherapist.com. God bless, and thanks for listening.